Today, we're going to be looking at a new Teams device. So I have with me here the RealWear Arc 3. This is the latest RealWear product. As you can see, they've gone a slightly different direction from their older product lines. So whereas before we had this mechanical adjustable arm with a screen in front and cameras on the side, we now have a simpler, sleeker design with central cameras and a non-adjustable eyepiece. So I'll briefly go over the features of this device before popping it on and walking through the user experience. So we have two camera positions, one in front and one underneath. We have a micro OLED display piece that sits above the right eye. There's a few buttons on this device, so a power button over here on the left-hand side, some action buttons on the right. This device is charged by USB-C, so for charging and data transfer. We have two battery packs, which are these blocks on either side. And these are also touch sensitive, meaning in certain scenarios, you can use touch gestures to navigate the device. We have an elastic band with plastic adjustable clips and some padding. Right, so next I will throw on the device and we can walk through the user experience. Now, I should mention that I'll be using a software called Visor to mirror the display to a screen that I will show next to me. For this reason, I need to plug in this device. Though of course, in a typical use case, this device does not need to be plugged in. Right, you should be able to see my display now up next to me. So I will pop on the device. So here we are faced with the RealWear main menu. Now, I've already connected our device to our company's network. If you haven't done this, you will be prompted to do so on the first time using the device. To navigate the device, we use a set of voice commands or by reading any text that is visible on the display. So, for example, I can see a small button saying Show Help. If I say, Show Help, Hide Help, My Settings, Next Page, Previous Page, Navigate Home, My Programs, Next Page. So you can see it's quite intuitive, just using simple voice commands or by reading out any app name that I can see on this device. This device runs on its own OS called the RealOS, which is built on Android. So it's essentially Android apps that are customized for this device. So if we give one of these applications a go, navigate home, my camera. So now you should be able to see the view that's coming out from these central cameras. As we can see, it's a point of view, hands-free camera angle. Zoom level 3. Awesome. And through this little display piece, I'm able to see what the cameras are looking at, so I can really guide and direct this headset. Take picture. Take photo. Preview. So now I can view the photo that I've just taken. Zoom level 3. So hopefully you can see through the gestures of my head, I'm actually able to navigate around a photo. Zoom level 1. And something that's quite hard to communicate in this video is actually how bright this display piece is. So even in a setting with a lot of natural light, like today, I'm able to see quite a crisp image. Navigate home. Right, next, what I'll try and do is walk through the Teams functionality of the device. So RealWear have come up with their own application that runs Teams called Collaborate. We can see it here. If I open Collaborate, So here I've already logged in with my Teams account, and we're faced with a very simple box layout of basic Teams functionality. So open calendar. Any upcoming meeting is visible and I'm able to join through this device. Navigate back. My Teams. Navigate back. Recents. Navigate back. Okay. So it's quite a simple, intuitive layout for basic Teams functionality. And essentially, this is like the Teams Android app just running on this device. So what I'll do now is I'll try and start a Teams call with myself and show you how that works. So if I go recents, call 1. So you can see on this display that a Teams call is coming up. Now I will need to jump over to this Teams call and accept. So hopefully you were able to see me accept the Teams call. And now we are on a Teams call with the point of view hands-free camera angle. So I can still see what the cameras are showing through my eyepiece. Zoom level 3. So a small glitch there. Zoom level 1. So if I take picture, you might be able to see that any picture that's taken is sent on the Teams chat. So you can imagine this being useful in a remote assist situation where you're a field technician, you need to call a specialist, you put on the device, call them on Teams, and the remote specialist can now see what you're seeing, hands-free, you're able to get stuck in with whatever device, and you're able to send pictures and communicate on the Teams chat. Flashlight on. Flashlight off. So really any industrial setting. End call. Confirm. Lovely. So, let's keep this device on. Navigate home. The last thing I would like to demonstrate about this device is the new introduction of the RE AI Assistant. So on this RE OS that RealWear have put on this device, they've added an AI assistant. The purpose of this is to be able to use natural language to speak to the device and navigate around it. So to call up the AI assistant, you simply say, "Hey Ari, take me to settings." Just like that, without needing to use the very specific voice commands, I'm able to navigate around this device. "Hey Ari, can you open the camera please?" "Hey Ari, take me back to the menu."
Here you go.
So there's some functionalities in which RE is still a work in progress. We can try something a little bit more complicated. "Hey Ari, call Jonathan Williams on Collaborate." And there you can see that the Teams call is happening. Cancel. So a really exciting feature that RealWear are actively working on. Something that I can say is that since purchasing this device, there have been numerous updates with great improvement in RE's ability to understand and process your language. So this is definitely a work in progress. Okay, I think we've had quite a good overview on the different features of this device, such as RE and Collaborate. We're really interested in the remote assist functionality of this device. So the idea would be if you were out on a survey somewhere and you run into a problem and you're unable to fix it yourself, you're able to put on the device and call some remote specialist who can then see what you're seeing, and you have your hands free to really tackle the problem. It's very lightweight, and I've found that the battery does last, multiple hours with consistent use. So more than enough for a typical remote assist scenario. The ReAI is definitely still a work in progress, so exciting to see where that will go.